I'm Amy.
I'm Ev, and welcome to
For
Reals.
This is where we talk about movies, talk about things related to movies, talk about pretty much whatever the heck we want, because
yeah, this is our show.
This is our show, and
deal with it.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about two movies that have been
very well reviewed.
Well reviewed, well advertised.
Yes, very much so.
And with beloved actresses and actors.
Yeah, great cast in both of them. So.
Yeah. We're going to be checking out Thor and also Murder at the Orient.
Orient Express.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Murder on the Orient Express.
Goes to show. Yeah, so we'll see how many reels we both give each of those movies.
Yeah.
And also we're going to be talking about our least
what we saw a trailer for that we kind of just like, no,
dud.
We'll pass.
Didn't do it, yeah.
And we'll also talk about some things that are coming out that we're possibly excited for. So
that we're super psyched for. All right, so let's just get on into it.
Yeah.
You're watching For Reals.
So our first film is Murder on the Orient Express, which is an adaptation from the Agatha Christie novel. There has been a previous film that is very old, that is a classic. And this movie stars Kenneth Branagh, Johnny Depp, Josh Gad, Michelle Pfeiffer. The list just keeps on going on and on. Judi Dench.
Oh, yeah.
It has an amazing cast. And so what did you think about it, Amy?
Pfeiffer brought me there.
Yeah.
What a babe.
She's timeless. She's timeless.
What a babe. I mean, no, they wrote a book on it? There was a book?
Yeah, this is based off of the Agatha Christie book. I
don't know if I could have sat through the book.
Oh, really?
I had a hard time sitting through the movie.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was beautiful, but I thought it was super annoying and cheesy.
Interesting, because I absolutely loved this movie.
You did.
I loved it from beginning to end. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought the performances were great. I felt like this was kind of like good old-fashioned movie making. Like it's something, you know, almost like an old picture, but done with all the bells and whistles of today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to articulate it, because don't get me wrong, there was great moments, and the whole time it was like I was on a train, but the train I was on was like it was chugging, and I kept saying, no, just keep, it's beautiful, like oh, that scene was great, but all together tied, I'm not saying it's the worst movie in the world. There's a lot of things I did enjoy about it. It was just the story. I guess it's supposed to be like the visual aspect of it, and everyone knows the story, maybe.
Well, a lot of people do. The Agatha Christie Hercule, how do you pronounce his name? Anyway, he
did like that.
Like he's in a bunch of Agatha Christie things, and they even have a callback to another, the Egypt thing at the end of the movie. Like
that guy?
Mm-hmm. That's
the lead guy.
Yeah. So. Kenneth Branagh's character, the detective. So he's kind of like Agatha. He's like the Sherlock Holmes of the Agatha Christie novel base. Like,
I liked him.
Yeah,
and so they opened it up for another,
for like possibly doing a bunch of these books. That
I guess I was looking at it in a different from a different viewpoint. Maybe it was the time of day I went. I don't know. I always say that, but it does make a difference.
It does make a difference. But I absolutely loved this movie. I thought it was gorgeously shot. I thought that Kenneth Branagh was fantastic and really carried the movie very well. I thought that some of the cinematography of it, like I liked like when they would shoot things from above. Yeah. Because, you know,
you're looking down on the
when
train.
You're looking down from the train, like that was like things like that I really like. So I personally. This is one of my favorite movies that I've seen this year. I give it 4 reels.
Really? Whoa! Woo!
But you're
That's the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to give it 4 reels. I'll give it 2.5.
2.5? Okay, I'll take that. That's a pretty good
I'm not.
rating.
It's just it wasn't my cup of tea on a train, and not what I was expecting. I was kind of glad Johnny Depp got killed.
Yeah.
I had a hard time watching it. I don't know. I just had a hard
Interesting.
time. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I guess I was immersed in the story and the characters. 2.5 reels for me.
All right. Well, that's Murder on the Orient Express. Tell us what you thought. Check us out on Twitter or on Instagram.
Yep, at FOURREELZ03. The legend, the myth, the hammer, Thor. That's my intro.
All right.
All right.
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok, mostly because I forgot how to pronounce Ragnarok. It sounds like Fraggle Rock.
It kind of does sound like Fraggle Rock.
Yeah. Which kind of brings me into how I felt the movie felt. Like a Fraggle Rock episode or something. It was silly.
The colors of... Oh, yeah. I would... If I had one word to describe this movie, I would say bonkers. This movie is bonkers.
Bonkers. Yeah. Bonkers.
Uh-huh.
Like, Hulk? I mean, I was laughing. I had to laugh. Because what else are you going to do? I did not like her, the sister. She was a meanie.
Oh, you didn't like... I thought she was fantastic.
No, acting...
But, yeah, she didn't either. Yeah, she played a great...
Because I usually... I loved her acting. Beautiful. I hated her. She was a horrible sister.
Oh, she chewed up the scenery so much in this movie, and it was fantastic. Her performance was beautiful. I was excited for this film. When it came out, it had a lot of hype behind it. They were saying it was the top rated Marvel film to come out ever, and I'm a big fan of the Marvel Universe. I've seen all the movies. I really like them. And so when I went into it, I may have had high expectations, but this movie fell just a little flat for me, actually.
I had low expectations because I didn't want to see anything called Thor Ragnarok. If it doesn't roll off my tongue, I don't want to see it. Now, that's not true. But a little bit true. But I did. I went, maybe mildly kicking and screaming, possibly with a hidden beverage in my jacket. Kidding again. No, I liked it. It was funny. The humor was a lot like Iron Man for me, which I loved.
Yes.
But more stickier.
I can see that, yeah. This movie is very, very sticky. I feel almost as if they were trying to take their cues from the Guardians in the Galaxy movies. It kind of has a similar feel to it. The only problem that I felt with that is that the Guardians movies have a great balance of humor and heart. There's a lot of tender moments that are in that. And in this film, there was maybe one or two that I was kind of like, oh, that was a touching moment. But other than that, everything else was just silly.
It was silly.
It was just silly.
It was over the top. Like, in that scene where Hulk and him are fighting, too long.
Too long, and not only that, but like if you're gonna give us a gladiator ring and only give us one fight and it's between two people, I feel like that's just a huge lost opportunity for like a really cool action sequence. Like,
I agree.
Why wouldn't you, like, for instance, I would have personally loved to see the character Korg in like battle mode at some point in time, because Korg was hysterical, and it probably would have been super badass if this big rock guy could just kill it, you know. But we never get to see that. There are a couple of things that happen in this, and I was like, oh, I wish they took a little bit further this way or that way,
or put some of the money for all those explosions like over here into this. Yeah, to this character.
I thought though that this movie was structured very well, and actually like it follows 3-act structure very well, and they're very well defined in each of them, and they're just all just insane. So I personally would give this movie 2.5 reels, only because it fell a little short for me. I thought it was funny. I had a good time. I liked this movie a lot, but definitely not one of my. It's not even in my top 5 of Marvel movies. So
no, it was fine. It was funny. It was entertaining. I would probably not spend money to see it in the theater. TVs at home now these days are like 70 inches. It's good enough for me. In my comfort in my own home, spend less money.
Yeah? How many reels would you give it?
I would give it 2.
2?
Yeah.
All right. So
good timing. Acting's great. I love the Hulk. I love him as
Chris Hemsworth. He's very good.
Chris Hemsworth, fine, but I love the Hulk. What's his name?
Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo, when he's in it, is always has such.
He breaks my heart in every movie. Every movie. Mark, you do this to me. In a good way. So good.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 reels from me, 2.5 from you. What did you guys think of Thor Ragnarok? Tweet us, Instagram us, let us know, and maybe your response can be featured on the
our
show.
We said that at the same time.
It's because we
adorable.
like this. It was so adorable. All right, in this little segment, me and Eb decided we were going to we see lots of movies, and so before movies,
Tons of movies. So we get to see a lot of trailers.
even more trailers.
And I personally love seeing trailers because it's how you get to know what's coming out. And so most of the time you sit there and it's your first impression of what's going to be coming out, and I either go, I really want to see that, or I don't want to see that.
All right, so after you see a trailer, do you do a certain thing if you, like, to the person next to you? I've probably done it to you about 10 times. If I don't want to see something, I'm always like... I'm like,
it's weird. You can almost feel the energy of the other person being like, that doesn't look good at all. Usually I make a snide comment sometimes.
Or it's just like, well, now I've seen the whole movie. I don't need to go see the movie anymore.
Yeah, sometimes the trailer gives away way too much.
So there's any trailers that have been doing that for you lately?
Trailers for movies that I am just not interested in. I saw the first Paddington Bear movie. It was okay, so I didn't really necessarily been dying for a sequel.
Yeah.
I like the people that they've brought into it.
That's how I felt too. I fell asleep during the first one.
Yeah.
I went to Ellen. Funny story behind this. Ellen, the show, DeGeneres. Hi, Ellen. In the audience, because it was supposed to be the Christmas one where she gives stuff away.
Oh, yeah, 12 Days Christmas.
We were supposed to go to the morning one. It was like, we just missed it. But Nicole Kidman was on giving away, not iPads, not, cars, tickets to see Paddington the Bear. I fell asleep.
Yeah, so I when I saw it, I was like, really, they're doing a sequel? But then, it's a kid's movie. It just wasn't.
Paddington looks cute, but maybe they've upped the game and the story.
Maybe they've upped the game. I really like Hugh Grant. I really like Brendan Gleeson so much. So, and he looks like they're both the villains in this. So maybe, but I think I'll pass.
Okay, on a passing note too, because now that we're down here and like passing reminds me of like something that's coming out like you don't want. I felt that same stinky vibe when I watched the trailer for Wrinkle in Time.
Oh, really?
Well, I loved the song and the singer. I think it was the girl from Nashville that's singing it.
Okay, yeah.
It sounds Lennon or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it was the way they edited it.
I will say they definitely are going for a very interesting visual.
It's beautiful visually, but bright, like different color grain. Yeah.
So, and the trailer, the way that it was cut, it didn't necessarily get me excited for the film.
Exactly.
Which is interesting because I know that this is something that people have been looking forward to for so long because the book is so well beloved. But for me, like, I like Chris Pine.
Unless they're hiding the good stuff.
That's
because
true.
It's so amazing.
That's true.
I hope.
And, it's rare that we get to see Oprah act and stuff. So usually she is pretty picky with her projects. So hopefully that's a good sign of, like, this is something that's going to be really, really good.
That's what surprised me. And Reese Witherspoon's in it. But you just see her flutter by. So, yeah, maybe there's a lot they're not showing us yet. Because when does it come out? Like August?
Yeah, I think so.
Like summer?
No, I think it's like a January, February release, so.
Things that you're excited to see?
There was a movie that intrigued me just because I love holiday movies, and that is I think it's called The Man Who Made Christmas. It's about Charles Dickens, and he's kind of in has a writer's block, and he doesn't know what he's going to do, and it's about him creating A Christmas Carol, one of the most beloved stories of all time. And as he envisions it, it comes to life in his room, so he's having conversations with Ebenezer Scrooge, which is played by Christopher Plummer in this, and it just looks like it could be a very delightful holiday movie.
Oh, I love delightful holiday movies.
So do I. So
were you ever in The Christmas Carol?
Well, I haven't ever... Yes, actually, when I was in 5th grade, I played Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ooh! I played Martha Cratchit.
Really?
It snowed on stage. It was, like, the greatest.
Oh, that's cute.
It was a good moment. Yeah, so what... I'm excited to see Pitch Perfect.
Oh, really? Really? Pitch Perfect 3?
Yeah.
See,
I like to watch it with my boyfriend's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice. We like that. That's our thing.
I love the first Pitch Perfect movie. I thought it was fantastic. It was perfectly balanced. The second one, not so much.
It's silly.
It was silly. It had the same storyline to Mighty Ducks 2.
Great.
It was the same storyline.
I think with this movie, it's not about the storyline. It's about the adventure and the characters.
Yeah.
And I think this is their final one because
yeah,
isn't it called like the last call? Like we can't do this again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see The Greatest Showman.
Oh yes, Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron.
I hope it's not bad.
I don't think so. What's the name of the director? Is the guy that did La La Land, the director?
Oh, is he gonna make up? Is he gonna make up for it for this one?
Well, he also did Whiplash, and Whiplash
is an incredible
movie.
I just wasn't a fan of La La Land.
Hugh Jackman is just one of
the greatest,
one of the nicest people in Hollywood.
I know.
I understand, and just love his work.
So. He's so talented.
Oh, so much, and just so lovable.
Yeah, those are And are you excited to see Peter Rabbit?
Yes, actually, I would say that I'm excited to see Peter Rabbit because I like James Corden a lot. He's also a very lovable person, and I really love the actor that is playing Mr. McGregor, Domhnall Gleeson, Brendan Gleeson's son. He's done a ton of stuff lately. He's getting work like left and right, and he's just very talented.
Maybe we'll have his agents call me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, those are the things that we're excited to see coming up. What are you excited to see? Give us a tweet. Give us an Instagram.
Yeah, or some things that you think maybe we should pass on, look at.
Yeah.
Look like a dud. Or you want to challenge us to see it.
Yeah.
Because
we love challenges.
Yeah, we definitely do. So get us on Instagram or on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
So, we want to take a moment here to talk about streaming services because
Netflix,
a lot of things are...
Amazon, Hulu, Pluto,
Crackle. There are so many different streaming services, and there's more and more coming out every day.
Yeah.
ABC just opened theirs up with the new Star Trek series.
Disney.
Disney is going to be separating from Netflix and starting their own streaming service.
They don't want to play anymore.
Exactly. Well, they want to get more of some of that money that Netflix is making because Netflix is making a buttload of money.
You mean Disney wants more money?
I can't.
They're not making enough.
Well.
So, all right. So, what are some of the ones that you've watched lately? Have you watched?
So, I watch a lot of streaming services. I've a couple of things that have shown up on Netflix that I've really liked. The documentary of Jim and Andy.
Oh, I watched the preview for it today. I was gonna watch it, but I had other things.
It is really fascinating. I'm sure because you've worked a lot on film sets, and I'm sure that you know what it's like to work with some people that are maybe a little bit unprofessional on film sets.
Oh yeah,
and this is that to the extreme. It's a Jim Carrey goes full blown into being Andy Kaufman, and it is. It's nuts to watch. As an actor, I sit there and go, that's incredible. At the same time, it's so just... It's
terrifying.
Terrifying, yeah.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that that's not professional. It's method.
Yes.
But it comes to a point where you are scared that this person has crossed the line just an inch, maybe not an inch, just even a slightest. And, I mean... You can. I've seen some people do that. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, so that's...
I almost said, hold for plane. Oh,
yeah, there's a
hold
plane.
sound. Yeah, that one looks good.
It's good. I watched the holiday movie, the Christmas Prince.
You told me you did. I couldn't get through 5 minutes of it.
Oh, really?
I couldn't.
I will say that, yes, probably the first 5 minutes is not the best representation of it. This was basically like Netflix making a Hallmark-type movie.
Which is crazy. It's called A Christmas Prince.
Uh-huh.
Well, the one that I did locally is called My Christmas Prince, and it comes out on Lifetime on Friday, December 3rd.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. Don't blink, you might miss me. In it, I have 4 lines.
Okay.
But it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Keep them coming. Keep the lines coming, folks.
But
for him too.
It seems like Netflix is putting out a lot more original content, and in
Yes.
fact, they've announced that they're bringing out even more.
And you know, the content that they are bringing out, I'm noticing is it's not bad. Like that American Vandals. I know it's a TV show. It's not movies, but still along the same lines. That was good. I thought it was going to be hokey. The Babysitter came out. We talked about it in a previous episode. That was good. So the stuff that they're putting out is coming back with good appraise.
Yeah, and it will. I think it's going to really change the film industry in general because, I mean, the movie theaters are struggling because people are staying at home and not going to the movie theaters as much anymore, which is why I love MoviePass, because it makes it so much easier to get to movies.
Yeah, it
and
does.
to see them. So, but
and it makes you feel less horrible if you have to leave 5 minutes early.
But one thing that Netflix is doing is that they have actually raised their prices in order to produce more original content. So are you okay with that? Because the content that they've provided so far has been actually really good.
I'm on my mom's Netflix account.
So it doesn't matter to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, what do you guys think? Are you upset that everybody's starting to get a streaming service?
Or are you like me and not want to get germs in the flu season, in the cold and flu season, and you don't want to go out in public and you want to stay at home and be toasty warm?
Yeah.
What do you think? Tell us some things that you want to tell us.
Yeah, at Instagram or Twitter. And so, yeah. Well, guys, that's our show for today.
That's our show.
Thanks so much for sitting here with us. We love talking about movies.
Next week, we're going to be talking about, next episode.
Next episode.
We're going to be talking about Coco and Wonder.
Coco and Wonder.
Yep. And
some of our favorite animation shows.
Yeah. And we have a little surprise in store for folks at home. A little contest. And we'll tell you all about that next time we see you. For now, thanks for watching.
For reals.